slut, whore, prostitute. That's what they called me. All anybody ever saw of me is how I made a living. What choice did I have? I mean, how is a woman, a single woman, supposed to make money? I had to feed my kids. I had to take care of my family. But I hated it. And I was so ashamed. And there were days when I thought, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Never going to get out of this. And then one day there was a knock on my door. And I went to see who it was, and it was two men. And I just assumed that they were here to use my business. And so I invited them in, and I started to walk back to my room, and one of them stopped me and said, "Wait, that's not why we're here." And he went on to explain to me that he was an Israeli, and that he and his friend were spies and had come to scope out our land because they were planning an attack. And they said that they came to me because they needed a place to hide. So I stood there and tried to take it all in. And then I realized that I had a choice. I could help them, protect them, hide them, and I would probably be caught, and I would be killed, maybe worse. But if I didn't help them, see, I had heard about these Israelites. I'd heard that they had a God that they worshiped that was more powerful than any of the gods that we served. And there was a rumor that their God put a curse on the two most powerful kings in the East, and they died. And there was another story that their God split a sea in two and drowned an entire army. And I thought, if those stories are true, if their God really is as powerful as they say, and I helped him, maybe that was my way out. So I took a risk. I took the men up to my roof and I hid them, and then I went back downstairs and I waited. And I waited, and I waited. And the inevitable happened, and some men from the government came to my door. He said that there were some foreign spies seen in the land and wanted to know if I'd seen them. So I lied to their faces. I said that they had come, but I didn't know where they were from, and that they left a long time ago. And they just stared at me for what seemed like an hour. And I knew that they figured me out. They knew that I lied. And it wasn't much longer till I was gonna die. And then, by some miracle, they believed me. And they just left. And so as soon as I saw that they were gone, I ran upstairs and I told the spies what had happened. And they were so excited, and we were just celebrating. And then one of them stopped me and said, "We want you to know that we will not forget what you did for us. And when our army comes to attack your country, we'll come back for you." And I thought, yeah, right. Yeah, you're going to come back for me. Some prostitute, your enemy? You don't even know me. Why would you care? But there was a part of me that hoped that it was true. So I was able to help them escape through my window. And as a sign, they told me to put a rope on my door. That way they could come back and find me. And so several months passed, and exactly what they said happened. They came with a powerful army that completely wiped out everything. And in the midst of all of the chaos and the destruction, there was another knock on my door. And it was those two men. And they had come back for me. And not only did they rescue me, but they took me in and made me a part of their family. I became a citizen of their country. And you know, nobody calls me slut or whore anymore. You know what they call me? They call me Rahab, the one woman out of an entire nation that God chose to rescue because of her faith.